Good day, Peragus pillagers! I'm Unsilent, and we're on the air with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords.
Awaken.
That is us in a back-to-tank drowning, presumably on the Peragus Mining Station where we landed. In the last episode, the prologue episode, our trusty astromechs, T3M4 and 3C, I forget the rest of his designation, helped fix and pilot the Ebon Hawk to the Peragus Mining Station while we were adrift in the Peragus Mining Belt, or the Peragus Asteroid Belt. Now we've made it here. This is us, we are. In case you haven't seen the character creation episode, this is Hidmir Dawncrusher, a male Jedi Sentinel who's a balance between lightsaber combat and force powers. Psh, lightning fires and shit like that, yeah. And we had got out of the back tank, a mysterious voice spoke to us. Now we've got a journal entry. Recent history, you've awakened in medical bay of an unknown facility. Last thing you remember is being a passenger on the Republic capital ship, the Harbinger. You should find out where you are and how you got here. Okay, well, I'm sure somebody can answer that question. Immersion Kolto tanks. Oh, Kolto tanks! Not Bacta tanks, I guess. Bacta from the planet Thyphera in the old canon. I don't know if that stands true in current canon, but in the Legends canon, it was Thyphera. Was the primary healing compound, but Kolto, which actually, now that I say like that out loud, wasn't that like an entire level of KOTOR 1 where you were dealing with the people who made, I guess, Kolto for some reason? No, because it was at the water level, so it couldn't have been Thyphera. But you had the whole level where you were dealing with the people that were making the medical supplies, I guess the Kolto. Things didn't go particularly well. I don't think there was a way that you could really win that level, if memory serves. I vaguely remember that one. I remember the water world, and I remember it had something to do with medical supplies, so I assume Kolto. But I don't remember much else beyond that. Alright, so we've got a morgue. I guess our crew's going to all be in there. We've got a damaged door. Any door that can be bashed open can be cut through more easily with a lightsaber or construction tool, such as a plasma torch. Equip it, and blah-de-blah-de-blah. Yeah. Can we pick it? Can we pick the lock? No, you're going to use this as a tutorial for bashing. Alright, what about this? Oh, we don't have to pick this door. We can just open it. We can open the medical bay container. This is the med bay. What do you have in a med bay? You have med packs. So medical computer, because what you have in a med bay, a medical computer. This is a lab station, and this is a medical storage. Let's open the med storage. You pick up some, presumably more med packs. Yes, alright. I caught enough of that to know something. I think you can, I thought it said craft in there, so. Use the lab station. What can I craft? I craft med packs. Oh, I don't have the skill to... the treat injury skill to create antidote kits, or reflex packages, or retinal combat implants. Okay. No thanks. I don't even wear contact lenses. I don't want to get anything near my eyes. I don't feel like poking my eyes. So, this is the medical bay console on emergency lockdown. Let's access the medical logs. Start with the oldest, go to the newest.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the Kolto tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Peragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to...
Alright, two things. One, I had 2 utility droids. What happened to 3C? And 2... Wait a minute. The carbon scoring gave it away that we were in a battle. Not that we're missing a quarter of the ship. That didn't give it away. The missile hanging out the back of it didn't give it away. Oh my god. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a... What's something bonesish and snarky enough? Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a cannoneer.
Could be a Jedi, but we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially KOTOR, are already Another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the KOTOR tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics.
I would ask why your first conclusions must be a Jedi, but I guess at this point in time, Jedi were a lot more common than they were, like, say, if, you know, in Episode 9, you know, Rey gets injured and she recovers quickly. It's like, oh, well, you must be a Jedi because you recovered quickly. It's like, no, I mean, you could say the same thing about Finn because, you know, from the trailers, he's up and going again after Kylo sliced him up in 7. So, maybe he's a Jedi. Please don't let him be a Jedi. I just want the Force to be kind of special. Don't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry to be able to use the Force. I'm going to be surrounded, like, I'm the last Jedi, but everyone around me can use the Force. That's going to be the plot twist in this game, isn't it?
Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
Okay, I wonder what that was about. Alright, main console options. Exits patient life signs. KOTOR tanks 1, 2, 4, and 5 are deceased, and 3 is recovered. Presumably we're 3. Okay, treatment then. Treated for severe plasma burns. Last treatment request result in death for all subjects except 3, who was reduced to minimal life signs. So it was the last treatment request. Lethal dose of sedatives. Administered all tanks, including 3. No record of who ordered treatment. Can we track it? We don't have any computer spikes. Okay. All right. Treatment medbay functions. We can access the camera. Why is the camera only trained on me? Oh, there's our friend from the ship over there on the right, who is dead. We can unlock the door to the morgue. Camera on our finely toned ass. Alright, let's go. This old woman looks dead, but there's no sign of what killed her. She's worse than dead. Her brain is gone. I will not pass up any opportunity to use that line. Alright, what's up with this corpse? Well, we can get the plasma torch. Where's he from? Ghost! You're taking too long for the Scooby-Doo gag to work.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead.
Let's see, I thought you were dead. Your voice I heard as I floated in the KOTOR tank. And who are you? I thought you were dead.
Close to death. Yes, closer than I'd like. You have the smell of the KOTOR tank about you. How do you feel?
What does a KOTOR tank smell like? A little disoriented. Was it your voice I heard in KOTOR tank? A little drained, enough with a false concern. Well, honestly, I'm thinking 3, but I want to know the answer to 1.
Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
So, just stay out of my mind in the future. Now what do you want? So you can touch minds, feign death. Who are you?
I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
We got blown up. I guess the last thing I remember is on board a Republic ship, the Harbinger. What happened to it? It's blowed up good.
Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
If you think I'm a Jedi, you're mistaken. I'm no longer a member of the Order. Now, the character is, I believe, the Jedi Exile officially. So, I'm no longer a member of the Jedi Order.
Your stance, your walk, tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
Now, if I'm supposed to be the last Jedi, how is she reaching out to me through the Force, you know?
So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now.
Very Yoda. What is this place? Alright, what's going on? How did we get here? Very well, how do we get out of here? I like 3.
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek.
The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
Alright, why do we need to leave? Care to explain why we're in a hurry? Why do you think we're in this together? Let's go with the 2, but 1 and 2 are the same question, functionally.
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
Alright. You sure there's nothing else you can tell me about this place? You seem nervous, worried. Is there something wrong? Yeah, I don't like that one.
Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived.
Oh, that's optimistic. Somebody's going to show up just as we find our way to the ship, and we're going to have to fight our way out. I remember how you work, video game. Well, I guess I know how you work, video game. Seems like a... Because I remember the first level of KOTOR. I guess spoilers for KOTOR. But the first level of KOTOR, you get a ship off the planet. Whatever planet you're on. Not Coruscant. Old Republic Coruscant. And you get to your ship and you blast off with it. Just as the Sith Empire bombards the planet to the ground, so... There's gotta be someone left around. Yeah, sure.
You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
Alright, so... Patients in Medway were killed by lethal dose of sedatives. Any idea how it happened?
I do not know. Why did they spare you?
Well, they tried to kill me, but...
Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious.
One of the Legends canon things I do recall is the courtship of Princess Leia, where Luke's X-Wing got shot down. Now, whether he got shot down or he let it get shot down so he could drift down to Dathomir. But what Luke did was he put himself in a Jedi trance so he'd look dead. But he came out of it and scared the crap out of Princess Older. That was who it was, the Hapen Prince he was flying with on his wing. And Isolder had a problem with his ship, and as he tried to parachute out of his X-Wing or his starfighter, his parachute failed, and Jedi Trance Luke has to basically, without Isolder knowing, uses the Force to just gently lower him down to the ground, gently lower R2 down to the ground, and drift himself down to the ground all at the same time, all while looking dead to scanners.
And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy.
Alright, I will return when you answer my questions.
I have found that answers come in their own time, not ours. Turn your energy to the matter at hand. If we cannot find a way out of here, the answers will prove useless anyway.
Oh, that didn't end the conversation. Just end the conversation.
The explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
Swell, thank you. You've taken your first steps on the path to the light side. Heroic acts and charitable responses to others will elevate you further, bringing you more in touch with the light side of the Force and its higher mysteries. Cruel or selfish acts will reverse this, causing you to fall to the dark side of the Force. Alright, well, thanks for coming out, Kreia. Alright, so, she's clearly a Jedi, though. I mean, look at that damned robe. Meditation, being able to speak through the Force. Totes a Jedi. Now, we know we can't pick it, but we can punch it. Give it the old spin kick. Now the back leg front kick. Okay, we need to plasma torch. Yes. I got the hint. I got that one. Weapon one. Well, equip your damned plasma torch. Fine. Be that way, game. Now bash it. Thrust with the plasma torch.
Emergency lockdown overridden.
Override the lockdown by bashing the door. That sounds safe. Vibro cutter. Normally mining tool, vibro cutter doubles as effective melee weapon. Melee weapons, blah blah blah. Said something about the larger attack bonus against ranged worker or ranged fighters. So, what's the equip you? I want to learn these things. Now you do have two configurations. We could equip the vibro cutter. Now is there a way to switch using that's pause? That is switch weapons, which is H. That's a mining tool. It's a sword. I know it's not a vibro blade, a vibro cutter, but that's a sword. That is going to, let's see, Deflector Mark 1, Android Impact Armor Mark 1. Alright. So we can open the door and find out what's... The game pauses when you sight an enemy, and the selection reticle will show up in red. You could use the mouse to select other hostile targets. Auto-pause option can be disabled. Why would I want to disable auto-pause? Oh. I didn't realize it wasn't auto-paused. Alright, so we're going to attack this thing. Now, if I hit that, it'll just... Yes, thank you. Just keep going. It'll automatically give me that. We don't want that. We want to... We can do a critical strike, we could do a flurry, we could do a power attack, or we could do a regular attack. I remember flurry. I want to say flurry was good. Shut up, just let me attack it. See, I told you it was good. And we can switch over to this one and do the same thing. Oh, I missed. Did not go well. That got him. And we can pick up the pieces. We got a mining laser, so I guess if you want... if you're not... Oh, that's glowing. Oh, no, nothing. Okay, never mind. At least it tells you when there's nothing left to loot out of something. For example. Oh, it's not even letting me loot that thing anymore. Oh, for a second there I thought it had a vibro cutter, but I guess it was just the angle I was at. It looked like it had a vibro cutter. But, yeah, so it gives you very quickly a choice between ranged weapons and not so ranged weapons, i.e. this vibro cutter. Clearing actions can only be used in combat. Left-clicking on the action will clear up the queue. If you have multiple actions queued up, left-clicking will clear one that was added. So, so there, it did clear it. Because I didn't want that, I wanted power attack. Alright, now, do the jumping front flip thingy. Oh no, it's just a jumping attack. Well. Let's do a power attack, followed by a... Oh, critical select. Why not? Oh, that worked. I thought for some reason in KOTOR 1 it had like a front flip or something before you did your attack. But this is just a jump up and slice down. Which, I mean, obviously is effective in its own right. So carry on. Carry on, carry on. It doesn't even matter. So we got more droid armor. That's great. What about armor for me? I'm supposed to be finding clothes. Oh, that was the emergency hatch. I was going to say, I thought it hovered over top of that thing at first. It's like, we're going out through the sewers? Maybe the garbage disposal?
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open.
Oh, it's not going to be that easy to get out. Not going to get out in like 20 minutes. Alright, well, I guess we're on our own to try and find some way out. So whoever... I think whoever tried to kill us might also be responsible for locking that thing up tight. Alright, well, through the door and into security. Your security desk, we got a... he's not just dead, Jim. That's no, he's hella dead because... Hang on. No, that's not it. That. You can't look down? What kind of Jedi are you? Yeah, that is a skull. Like, his hands are fine, but the skin has been burnt off his face. His as well. Is that all of them? Yeah. Like, their hands are fine, but their heads have been like... What the hell happened here? That is so bizarre. I don't even remember where I got from the guy. Alright, let's... pick the lock, and we'll get components, chemicals, and ion grenades. That's the only one there. Alright, well, we'll make do with that. What's on the security desk? I guess we could check the records. Peragus safety hollow orientation, sure.
Is this thing on? Alright, all hands, especially you, KOTOR, listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Peragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Peragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Well, I guess it was like that planet in Star Trek 6. Not a very good job of health and safety, and you end up blowing yourselves up and creating your own asteroid field out of a chunk of a planet.
And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just KOTOR and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility's gonna be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives.
Wait, I thought you said that you were using sonic charges because it was safe, and you just said that it disintegrated 3 guys. Like, there's not enough to stick in an envelope and mail back to their families disintegrated. So which is it?
So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility, and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. It doesn't sound like you're having much luck there, Mr. Security Chief.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt KOTOR or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped.
Okay, so not that I'm going to get put in there, but just in case someone else gets put in there and whoever's controlling the droids gets caught and locked up. He's put a lot of faith in his own ability.
I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged, maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Okay, so did we... Security storage room inventory, so that's might not necessarily be... Oh, there's cameras. So this is the main security office that we're in. The storage room, that's bad. There's 3 of the bastards there. Communications blister. That looks fancy. Holding cell. Oh, there's someone else alive here. And because he's been locked up because of the emergency, he is dead. Emergency hatch to the mining tunnels. Okay, we've been by that. I could tell because of the open doors. And return to... Okay, that's it. All that. Alright. I already checked you. Yeah, you're empty. So... Oh, I was expecting that to be trouble, but it's not.
There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives.
Yeah, what?
Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions. Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
Well, with Kreia's help, you've gained the passive precognition power. When this power is triggered, you should save your game. Okay, thank you. Now, there's a quick save on F4. I better check that before I do anything. I didn't want to just, like, push F4 and, like, have it quick load nothing and we all lose all the progress here. There, quick saved. Alright, now through the door. Ooh, nice duck. Let's use up one of the ion grenades. That'll get them all.
Ah, you hear it. It is faint, but it is there.
What is? What is happening? I feel strange. Is it like the sedatives are wearing off? Is there something wrong with me? I'm dying.
It is the Force, you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget.
It doesn't feel like it did, like it is coming from a great distance. It's like a sound, but it's been almost a decade I had forgotten. Doesn't feel like it did.
Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
2 things. 1, she doesn't have eyes. 2, why do I get the feeling that no matter what I answered to her, she would answer the same one line regardless? So gaining experience will slowly reestablish your connection to the Force. This energy field that surrounds us, penetrates us, binds the galaxy together. Trying to remember the line, you know. Luminous beings we are, not this flesh and blood.
Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter.
If you've seen me, do Final Fantasy IX, the finale Final Fantasy IX, you know I don't do Yoda. I can't. Impossible. So go to the level up screen to choose your Force abilities. Alright, we can do that. Do I click? I think I click that. Hinmir Dawncrusher, level 1. So, level up. I want to level up. So we've gained following feats this level: Force Sensitive and Unarmed Specialist. In case we want to kick someone in the face. Alright, so, skills. What does it recommend I use my 1 point on? Cancel. What does it recommend I use my 5 points on? So we use Summon Computer. We use Summon Stealth. Try to take one off of Stealth, honestly. Can we put one into... I'll put one into Treat Injury. Maybe I should put it in Awareness. No, I like this. Why not? Powers. Oh, I get to pick Force Powers. Alright, we all get to sit around and watch what Force Powers are available to me. Well, let's see, what have we got? Heal, we can't get. We need to get to level 6. That seems like it would be helpful. Force Aura. Temporarily granted +2 bonus to defense and saving throws. Burst of Speed. Let's see, move very swiftly. For duration 36 seconds. Move speed is doubled. And defense 2 is gained, or 2 defense is gained. Force Valor increases physical attributes and throwing saves, or saving throws of the Jedi and all party members by 2 points. Let's see, Force Resistance. Restricted by armor. Protection from direct force power attacks of Jedi opponents, possibly negating their effect. Oh, so if I'm up against the Force user, I can use that to, like, defend against it. Energy Resistance. This power shields the Jedi and the Force, observing the first 6 points of damage from energy, sonic, fire, cold, and electrical attacks. Damage over and above the 6 points is suffered as normal and lasts for 126. Actually, that sounds pretty handy. So basically everything but physical attacks, like direct melee attacks, I can absorb using that. Force Barrier, which I can't use yet, so shields. Okay. So that's the physical attacks, slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing. Alright, so this is everything but melee, and this is only melee. Alright. Battle Meditation. Oh! Battle Meditation. Bastila's thing, right? That was her name. Bastila? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, this power grants +2 attack rolls, +2 to damage, and +2 to will saves to all party members. Okay. That sounds handy, but we can't get it yet. Force Body. Use their own health to fuel Force powers. Takes 50% of the cost for Vitality, 50% from Force points. No. Revitalize to rekindle life energies into any non-droid fallen ally. It brings the single closest fallen ally back to consciousness with 5% of their total vitality points, so it's a res option. Affect Mind. Persuasive for use of the Force. Once a Jedi has this power, extra options will appear in conversations as appropriate. Success is not guaranteed for extreme comments or if the target is strong-willed. So it's basically mind trick. Force Deflection. Deflect any ranged attacks with a lightsaber. It's basically the old Darth Vader. I can just stick up my hand and deflect your blaster bolts on. Good luck. Have fun. There's Stun. Again, it's not a frick droid, so it's Stun Person. Stun Droid, so uses against droid. Wound, which is a dark side power. Trigger spasms in their lungs, causing great pain, inflicting 2/3 detecting character's level and damage every 2 seconds for the duration of 6 seconds. Fortitude save, blah blah blah. What else have we got? Slow. Makes the target's reactions or actions unusually sluggish. Penalties, defense saves and rolls, or attack rolls. Alright. We can induce fear. A lot more dark side powers available to us right now. The cower and fear for 6 seconds. That was this one. Shock. Also not lightning? Is this lightning? Yeah, that's the one we want. We have Force Lightning. That's what we need to get to. So that's the goal, is to get Force Lightning. Force Push. So we can use that. Just it's a Force Push. It's kind of a standard power. Drain Life, which we can't use for a while, but allows the Jedi to drain life of others to heal himself. It's dark side power. It seems kind of handy, doesn't it? Force Suppression. Cancel normal improved versions of Force powers active on targets, such as Aura, Valor, Bursts of Speed, blah 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 blah. So that seems pretty good. if we're going up against another Force user, another light side user, perhaps. Those are all more or less light side powers, I think. Oh, I didn't. Oh, drain life, force suppression, throw a lightsaber. Well, we need a lightsaber to do that, so not yet. Drain force, the dark side power, drain force out of opponents, but we need to take on Jedi or Sith for that to be worth it. Force scream. Oh, it does damage and it reduces their attributes. That's pretty handy. Oh, there is an actual mind trick. But it doesn't allow us to have any new dialogue options, and that's the end of the list. It took a while going through all those. All right. So what does it recommend? Stun droid? No. I mean, I get it. We're running into a lot of droids, so I could see it being handy, but I kind of want... Affect Mind seems kind of neat. Burst of Speed could be handy. Yeah, let's do Burst of Speed. I think that one's going to be a good one. That's going to be a handy one. All right, let's do it. To it! A grammar, that is. Oh, I was trying to... Right, I can't move with the mouse. I gotta... Oh, open it. Pick the lock. Stealth field... so this was the stealth field generator the other guy was talking about. The security chief was talking about. Then we can open up what else is in here. Components, chemicals, ion grenades. So we got some ion grenades, so if we run into a lot of... If we get surrounded by a bunch of droids again, we can use the grenade and detonate them. And they'll just... Carry on, carry on. Oh, hi. I'm going to flurry you now. You missed, and now you're dead. That wasn't very effective now, was it? Well, let's up this way. I know I got a whole great big thing. Up and up and up and... Docking door. No, pick the lock. Airlock will only open if a ship docks with the facility. And... Oh! Okay. We've been chased down by a mining droid. He must have spotted us. And he missed, and he's dead. Not a very smart droid. Any remains to pick up there? No. Oh, I see you. Let's go for a power attack. That's the spirit. That didn't quite get him. I guess our dexterity kind of went up a bit. Because we're doing a good job of, like, avoiding most of these attacks. As we're killing these droids. I think... Yeah, that's the communications spot. Out the windscreen. Oh! Hello, you. It's a good thing this game's a little more aware of things happening, so I don't have to be... Take that. I don't have to be aware of anything that's happening around here. Can we pick the blast door? Probably not. Yeah, shut up. I don't care what you have to say. I'm assuming this is also another docking port up here. Oh, no. There's a damaged droid up here. He got me, but his friend... The first one didn't get me, but the friend did. Doesn't look like there's many... Oh, wait. There's a supply cylinder. I was going to say there's not much up here for us, but... Yes, there's some components. Oh, well, that's not that exciting. I think... I'm just going to clear out this section and call it an episode. We'll see if there's anything else around here. We'll try... opening up the panel and all that fun stuff next episode. I think we've cleared it out, though. Just run around. Go up to the... Oh, there's a cylinder down there. Oh, look at that. Hang on, look up. I can't look up and... Wait, yes I can. No, that's tab. That is caps lock. You see right there the flashing bit in Arubesh. I think that's how you pronounce... it. Which is the language... the written text for Star Wars. They're all damaged mining droids. What happens if we run into, like, a not-so-damaged mining droid? They probably won't go down that easy. We can open up the last one of these, and I think that's everything for this level. That is... Thank you for the little sting to close us out. Yeah, I think that is everything we can get here in this sort of main room. This, I don't know if you could call it a bridge of a mining facility. The administrator's office, the communications office, the mining facility. Here at Peragus 2, the Peragus Mining Belt. We'll take a look at that administration computer next time on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And we can find out what the hell is happening here on Peragus. At least it's kind of pretty out there. But until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Share on social media, follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on Air, and that is for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. Don't forget you could check out more Knights of the Old Republic 2 in the playlist. It's on the screen in the description down below, and more videos anytime on the channel page. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.